Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to remind you of something incredibly powerful. Your words shape your reality. Whether you realize it or not, the words you speak hold immense power over the life you live. By choosing your words consciously and lovingly, you can transform your life. Let's explore 6 key ways in which the power of your words can change everything. Our words are not just fleeting expressions of thought or emotion, they are profound reflections of the beliefs we carry within ourselves. Whether we realize it or not, the way we speak to ourselves and others is a direct manifestation of our deepest convictions. And while it might seem that words are simply a way to communicate externally, they are intricately woven into the fabric of our internal world. If we take a moment to observe the words we use regularly, we can uncover the patterns of our beliefs, fears, and self-perception. The question is, what are we saying? And what are those words revealing about us? If you listen closely to your own words, you may notice recurring phrases like, "I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I always fail," or "this never works out for me." While these may seem like harmless expressions of frustration or self-doubt, they are in fact significant indicators of underlying beliefs. These phrases reflect a mindset that sees limitations, unworthiness, or powerlessness as fundamental truths. Over time, as these words are repeated, they reinforce the beliefs that drive them, creating a cycle that keeps us stuck in the same patterns. We often grow up internalizing beliefs about ourselves and the world from various sources: our families, schools, societal expectations, and past experiences. These beliefs form the foundation of how we see ourselves and what we believe is possible for us. If we were told as children that we weren't smart enough, good enough, or capable enough, those ideas may have settled into our subconscious minds. Over the years, we might have unconsciously adopted these ideas as facts, and our words began to reflect these unexamined truths. Every time we say, "I can't," we are reinforcing a belief in our inability, turning it into a self-fulfilling prophecy. The beauty of this awareness is that once we understand the relationship between our words and our beliefs, we can begin to change it. Words are not merely descriptive, they are creative. They have the power to shape and reshape the reality we experience. When we consciously shift our language, we are no longer reinforcing old, limiting beliefs. We are choosing to cultivate new, empowering ones. Let's say, for example, you find yourself saying, "I'm always making mistakes." While this statement may feel like a simple acknowledgement of your experiences, it also embeds a belief that mistakes are inevitable and defining aspects of who you are. Over time, as you continue to verbalize this idea, your mind begins to accept it as an essential truth. You may notice that mistakes become more frequent, as though your life is arranging itself to fit the narrative you are continuously speaking. But what if you replace that statement with, "I am learning from every experience"? Notice how different that feels. Instead of focusing on the perceived failure, you are now shifting your belief toward growth and progress. Your mind starts to see challenges as opportunities to learn, and your experience begins to align with that belief. You become less critical of yourself, more open to new possibilities, and more resilient in the face of difficulty. With each repetition of this new phrase, you strengthen the belief in your ability to grow, and over time, that belief becomes a powerful force shaping your reality. This is the magic of words. They are tools that can either limit or liberate us. When we are unaware of the beliefs embedded in our language, we risk perpetuating cycles of negativity and self-sabotage. But when we become conscious of our words and use them with intention, we begin to rewire our internal world, replacing limiting beliefs with ones that empower and uplift us. One of the most effective ways to shift the way we speak is through the practice of affirmations. Affirmations are positive, present tense statements that affirm a desired reality. They allow us to consciously choose words that reflect the beliefs we want to cultivate, rather than those that hold us back. For example, instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," you could say, "I am worthy of love and success." Even if this new statement feels uncomfortable or untrue at first, repeating it consistently will begin to soften the old belief and plant the seeds of a new one. It's important to note that our words do not exist in isolation. They influence our emotions, behaviors, and interactions with the world. When you say to yourself, "I'm not good enough," notice how your body reacts. You may feel tense, discouraged, or even defeated. Your posture may slump, your energy may drop, and your actions may reflect a lack of confidence. In contrast, when you say, "I am enough," even if it's just a small, quiet statement, notice the subtle shift in how you feel. You may stand a little taller, breathe a little easier, and approach challenges with a sense of calm and possibility. The more you practice speaking to yourself with kindness, compassion, and belief in your potential, the more you will begin to see those qualities reflected in your life. You are reprogramming your mind, replacing old, limiting beliefs with new, expansive ones. And as your internal landscape changes, so too does the external world around you. This is the essence of what Louise Hay taught: our thoughts and words are powerful forces of creation. They are not passive reflections of our reality, they are active participants in shaping it. When we speak words that affirm love, worthiness, and possibility, we are aligning ourselves with the highest truths of who we are. We are acknowledging our power as creators of our own lives, and we are taking responsibility for the beliefs we choose to carry. Ultimately, the power of your words lies in your hands. You can choose to let them reflect old, limiting beliefs, or you can use them to create new, empowering ones. The choice is yours, and with that choice comes the opportunity to change your life in ways you never thought possible. The words we speak hold an extraordinary power, the power to heal or harm, both ourselves and others. This truth, though simple, is profound. Every word that passes our lips carries an energy, a vibration that influences not only how we feel, but also how those around us feel. What we say and how we say it can either be a balm of comfort and healing or a source of pain and division. Yet many of us are unaware of the impact our words have on our lives and the lives of those we interact with. We might think that words are inconsequential, that they are just a means of communication, but they are far more than that. They are a force of creation, and they leave lasting imprints on our bodies, minds, and hearts. When we speak, we have the opportunity to choose words that uplift, inspire, and promote healing. We can choose words that express love, compassion, and understanding. On the other hand, we can also choose words that criticize, judge, and harm. The choice is always ours, and the consequences of those choices can be profound. What we say can either help to heal wounds or deepen them, and this applies not only to our interactions with others, but also to the way we speak to ourselves. Think for a moment about the words you speak to yourself on a daily basis. How often do you criticize yourself, put yourself down, or doubt your abilities? Perhaps you find yourself saying things like, "I'll never get this right," or "I'm not good enough," or "Why do I always make mistakes?" These words, though seemingly small, carry a heavy weight. They contribute to a cycle of negativity and self-judgment, reinforcing feelings of inadequacy and unworthiness. Every time you speak harshly to yourself, you are deepening the wounds of self-doubt and limiting your potential for growth and healing. But just as words can harm, they can also heal. When you choose to speak kindly to yourself, when you choose words of encouragement and self-compassion, you open the door to healing. Imagine instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," you said, "I am doing the best I can, and that is enough." How would that shift your internal dialogue? How would that change the way you approach challenges? By speaking words of love and support to yourself, you are not only healing old wounds, but you are also creating an environment within yourself where growth, self-acceptance, and transformation can flourish. The same principle applies to the way we speak to others. Our words have the power to either build bridges or walls between ourselves and the people we care about. When we speak from a place of love, understanding, and compassion, we create connections that foster healing and growth. But when we speak from a place of anger, judgment, or fear, we create distance and division. It is easy to lash out when we are hurt or frustrated, to say things in the heat of the moment that we later regret. But once spoken words cannot be taken back, and the impact they have on others can last a lifetime. Consider a time when someone said something hurtful to you. Perhaps it was a passing remark or a thoughtless comment, but its sting lingered long after the words were spoken. The pain caused by hurtful words can cut deep, affecting our self-esteem, our relationships, and our overall well-being. And just as others' words can hurt us, our words can hurt others. Every time we criticize, belittle, or speak harshly to someone, we are causing harm, often without realizing the extent of the damage. But again, we can choose differently. We can choose to speak words that heal rather than harm. When we approach our interactions with the intention of healing, we create opportunities for deeper connection and understanding. Instead of reacting with anger or frustration, we can pause and ask ourselves, how can I respond with love in this moment? By choosing words that reflect kindness, empathy, and patience, we can transform even the most difficult conversations into moments of healing and growth. One of the most powerful ways we can use our words to heal is through the practice of forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about condoning harmful behavior, but about releasing ourselves from the pain of the past. When we hold on to anger, resentment, or blame, we are keeping the wounds alive, allowing them to fester and grow. But when we choose to forgive, whether it's forgiving ourselves or others, we are choosing to heal. The words, "I forgive you" or "I forgive myself" carry a profound energy of release and renewal. They free us from the burden of holding on to pain and open the door to peace and healing. It's important to remember that healing through words is not just about grand gestures or significant moments. It's about the small, everyday interactions, the kind word to a friend who is struggling, the gentle encouragement to ourselves when we feel like giving up, the simple acknowledgement of someone's efforts. These small acts of kindness and compassion, when practiced consistently, create a ripple effect of healing that extends far beyond the moment. And healing through words doesn't require perfection. We all have moments when we speak out of frustration or say something we wish we hadn't. What's important is that we recognize the impact of our words and take responsibility for them. When we do say something hurtful, we can choose to make amends. A sincere apology, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you," can go a long way in healing the damage caused by thoughtless words. In conclusion, words are a powerful tool, and we have the choice to use them for healing or harm. By becoming more conscious of the words we speak to ourselves and to others, we can create a life that is filled with love, connection, and healing. We can choose to be gentle with ourselves, to encourage rather than criticize, and to speak words that lift us and those around us. In doing so, we become agents of healing in our own lives and in the lives of others. And that ultimately is the greatest gift we can give. Affirmations are one of the most powerful tools we have at our disposal for personal transformation. They are not just simple words or phrases, they are deliberate, positive statements that have the potential to shape our thoughts, beliefs, and ultimately our reality. At first glance, repeating affirmations might seem like a superficial practice, just words spoken into the air. But the truth is, affirmations can penetrate deeply into our subconscious mind, reprogramming old, limiting beliefs and replacing them with new, empowering ones. They serve as the bridge between where we are now and where we want to be, helping us align our thoughts with our desires and dreams. When we talk about affirmations, we are really talking about the intentional use of language to create the life we want. Our minds are constantly filled with thoughts, many of which are unconscious and habitual. For many people, these habitual thoughts tend to be negative, self-defeating, and limiting. We might think things like, "I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed," or "life is always so hard." These thoughts, repeated over time, become ingrained beliefs that shape our perception of ourselves and the world around us. Without even realizing it, we begin to live our lives according to these limiting beliefs, which restrict our potential for growth and fulfillment. Affirmations are the key to breaking free from this cycle. By consciously choosing to replace negative, limiting thoughts with positive, empowering ones, we begin to shift our mindset. The beauty of affirmations lies in their simplicity. They are statements of truth spoken in the present tense that reflect the reality we wish to create. For example, instead of thinking, "I'll never be successful," we can affirm, "I am capable of achieving great success." Instead of "I'm not good enough," we can affirm, "I am worthy of love, success, and happiness." These affirmations may feel foreign or uncomfortable at first, especially if we have been accustomed to negative self-talk. But with consistent practice, they can transform our internal dialogue and, in turn, our external reality. One of the most important things to understand about affirmations is that they are not about pretending or denying our current circumstances. They are about recognizing our potential and choosing to focus on the positive possibilities available to us. When we affirm, "I am healthy even if we are experiencing illness," we are not denying the illness. Instead, we are choosing to focus our attention on the health and well-being we desire. This shift in focus is crucial because what we focus on expands. By affirming health, we begin to align our thoughts, emotions, and actions with that reality, which opens the door for healing and transformation. Affirmations work on a deep subconscious level. Our subconscious mind is responsible for much of our behavior and thought patterns, and it does not distinguish between reality and imagination. This is why visualization combined with affirmations can be such a powerful practice. When we repeat affirmations with feeling and intention, our subconscious mind begins to accept them as truth. Over time, these new beliefs take root and influence our actions, decisions, and the way we experience life. Let's consider an example. Imagine someone who has always struggled with self-worth. Throughout their life, they've internalized messages from family, society, or personal experiences that have led them to believe, "I'm not worthy of love." This belief shapes the way they interact with others, the opportunities they pursue, and the way they see themselves. Over time, this belief becomes their reality. Relationships may falter, they may struggle with self-esteem, and they may settle for less than they deserve in many areas of life. Now, imagine this person begins to consciously use affirmations. Every day they wake up and repeat the affirmation, "I am worthy of love and respect." At first, this statement may feel untrue or uncomfortable. Their mind might resist, and old patterns of self-doubt may try to reassert themselves, but with persistence, something begins to shift. As they continue to repeat the affirmation, their subconscious mind starts to accept it as truth. Gradually, they begin to notice changes in their behavior. They might set healthier boundaries in relationships, speak up for themselves more confidently, or pursue opportunities that align with their worth. Over time, their external reality begins to mirror their new internal belief, and they experience a greater sense of self-worth and fulfillment. This is the transformative power of affirmations. They help us reprogram the beliefs that no longer serve us and replace them with ones that support our growth, happiness, and well-being. However, it's important to recognize that affirmations are not a magic formula that will instantly change our lives overnight. Like any practice, they require consistency and commitment. Just as our negative beliefs were formed over time through repetition, positive affirmations must also be repeated consistently to take root. One of the best ways to incorporate affirmations into your life is to make them a daily practice. Set aside time each morning or evening to say your affirmations out loud, write them down, or repeat them in your mind. The key is to say them with conviction and emotion. Affirmations are most effective when we truly feel the words we are speaking. If an affirmation feels too far from your current reality, you can soften it by adding phrases like "I am becoming" or "I am open to." For example, instead of saying "I am completely confident," you could say "I am becoming more confident every day." This can make the affirmation feel more believable and achievable, allowing your mind to accept it more readily. Another powerful way to use affirmations is to incorporate them into visualization practices. As you repeat your affirmations, close your eyes and imagine yourself living out the reality of those affirmations. See yourself as confident, successful, or healthy, whatever it is you are affirming. Visualization, combined with affirmation, sends a powerful message to your subconscious mind that this is the reality you are creating. It's also helpful to surround yourself with your affirmations throughout the day. Write them on sticky notes and place them around your home, on your mirror, or in your workspace. Create reminders on your phone or use affirmation apps that prompt you to repeat your affirmations throughout the day. The more you immerse yourself in these positive statements, the more they will become a natural part of your thinking. In conclusion, affirmations are a powerful tool for transformation because they allow us to consciously choose the beliefs we want to hold and the reality we want to create. By consistently speaking positive, empowering statements, we reprogram our subconscious mind and align ourselves with the life we desire. Affirmations remind us that we are not victims of our circumstances or our past, we are creators of our future. With each affirmation, we take a step toward the transformation we seek, one word, one thought, one belief at a time. The words we speak are not just expressions of what we think or feel in the moment, they carry much more significance. Our words are a direct reflection of our internal state, and they have the power to influence the reality we experience. Whether we realize it or not, the language we use shapes the energy we put out into the world, and that energy in turn attracts similar experiences and circumstances into our lives. This is the principle of what you speak, you attract. Our words act like magnets, drawing to us the people, situations, and opportunities that match the vibration of what we are expressing. Think about the times you've said something like, "I always have bad luck," or "nothing ever goes right for me." When you speak these words, you are not only voicing your frustration, but also reinforcing a belief that bad things are inevitable in your life. This belief becomes a filter through which you see and experience the world. As a result, you begin to notice more of the things that confirm this narrative, like small inconveniences or disappointments, and these reinforce the idea that your life is full of misfortune. You may even start to subconsciously expect bad outcomes, which causes you to approach situations with a negative mindset, making it more likely that things will go wrong. In this way, your words have attracted the very experiences you were speaking about. This process happens on both a conscious and subconscious level. The words we speak aloud influence our external reality, while the words we say to ourselves in our minds shape our inner world. When we speak negatively, we create a vibration of negativity around us. Similarly, when we speak positively, we generate a vibration of positivity. Our words send out signals to the universe about what we expect, believe, and desire. The universe, in response, mirrors back those signals through the experiences and opportunities that come our way. Let's look at the concept of energy. Everything in the universe, including our thoughts and words, operates on a vibrational frequency. When we speak, we are emitting energy that has a certain vibration. If we consistently speak words of fear, doubt, or lack, we are sending out a low-frequency vibration, which attracts experiences that match that frequency, experiences of fear, doubt, and lack. On the other hand, if we speak words of love, abundance, and gratitude, we raise our vibrational frequency and begin to attract experiences that align with those higher frequencies experiences of love, abundance, and joy. The law of attraction, a widely known concept, states that we attract into our lives whatever we focus on. This means that what we speak about, think about, and dwell on becomes our reality. If we focus on problems, we attract more problems. If we focus on possibilities, we attract more opportunities. This principle applies to all areas of life, from relationships to career to health. For example, if you constantly complain about your job and talk about how much you hate it, you are putting out a negative vibration related to your work. As a result, you might find that things at work only get worse. Perhaps you begin to notice more conflicts with colleagues, increased workloads, or lack of recognition for your efforts. On the flip side, if you start speaking positively about your job, even if it's challenging at times, you can shift the energy around it. You might begin to attract more supportive colleagues, better opportunities, or even a new job that aligns more with your passion. The key is to be mindful of how you speak about your circumstances, as your words are continuously shaping the energy of your life. The same applies to relationships. If you frequently say things like, "I can never find the right partner," or "all relationships are difficult," you are affirming these beliefs and attracting relationships that reflect them. You may find yourself repeatedly in situations where you are with partners who are incompatible or where conflict is constant. But when you start to shift your language to something like, "I attract loving and healthy relationships," or "I am open to finding a partner who values and respects me," you begin to attract people and experiences that align with that vibration. It's not about ignoring or denying challenges in relationships, but about focusing on the qualities and experiences you want to attract, rather than the ones you want to avoid. One of the most effective ways to harness the power of your words is through the practice of conscious speaking. This means becoming aware of the language you use and choosing words that reflect the reality you want to create, rather than the one you fear or dislike. For example, instead of saying, "I'm always broke," you could say, "I am open to new opportunities for financial abundance." Instead of saying, "I'm terrible at this," you could say, "I am learning and growing every day." These shifts in language may seem small, but they can have a profound impact on your mindset and the energy you put out into the world. It's also important to recognize that the energy behind your words matters just as much as the words themselves. Speaking positive words without believing in them won't create the desired change. You must speak your words with intention and conviction, truly believing in the possibilities they represent. This is where the practice of affirmations becomes powerful. By consistently repeating positive affirmations such as "I am deserving of love and happiness," or "I am capable of achieving my goals," you begin to rewire your subconscious mind to believe in those truths. Over time, these beliefs become ingrained, and you start to see shifts in your reality that align with your new mindset. The people we surround ourselves with also play a role in what we attract. If we are constantly around individuals who speak negatively or focus on problems, we may find it harder to maintain a positive mindset. Their energy can influence ours, and we may start to mirror their language and beliefs. This is why it's important to be mindful of the conversations we engage in and the company we keep. Surrounding yourself with positive, supportive people who speak in ways that uplift and inspire can help you stay aligned with the energy you want to attract. In conclusion, the words we speak are incredibly powerful. They are not just expressions of our thoughts and feelings, they are creative forces that shape the energy we send out into the world. What we speak, we attract. By becoming more conscious of the language we use, we can begin to shift our vibration and attract the experiences, relationships, and opportunities that align with the life we desire. Words are the seeds we plant, and the harvest we reap depends on the care with which we choose and nurture them. So speak with intention, speak with love, and watch as your life transforms in alignment with your words. Releasing the past is an essential aspect of personal growth and healing. We often find ourselves carrying the burdens of past experiences, traumas, regrets, disappointments like heavy weights on our shoulders. These experiences can cloud our present and inhibit our ability to fully embrace the life that is unfolding before us. However, one of the most powerful tools we have for letting go of the past is the use of loving words. Through conscious language, we can acknowledge our experiences, express our feelings, and ultimately free ourselves from the emotional chains that bind us to what has already transpired. The process of releasing the past begins with recognition. We must first acknowledge the impact of our past experiences on our present lives. This acknowledgement is not about dwelling on the pain or replaying old stories, rather. It is about honoring our feelings and experiences without judgment. It's important to recognize that our past has shaped us in many ways, but it does not have to define us. By allowing ourselves to feel and express the emotions tied to our past, whether they are sadness, anger, grief, or regret, we open the door to healing. Loving words play a vital role in this acknowledgement. Instead of harshly criticizing ourselves for past mistakes or experiences, we can choose to speak to ourselves with compassion and understanding. For instance, instead of saying, "I can't believe I let that happen to me," we might say, "I did the best I could with the knowledge and resources I had at the time." This subtle shift in language is significant. It allows us to validate our feelings while also recognizing our capacity for growth and learning. The act of speaking lovingly to ourselves is essential for releasing the past because it cultivates self-acceptance. When we express kindness and love through our words, we begin to cultivate a sense of worthiness. We acknowledge that we are deserving of love and understanding regardless of our past. This self-acceptance is a crucial step in letting go. It is the foundation upon which we can build a new narrative, one that empowers us rather than keeps us shackled to our old wounds. After acknowledging and accepting our past, the next step is to express our feelings in a loving manner. This expression can take many forms, from journaling to speaking with a trusted friend or therapist. Writing letters, whether we send them or not, can be particularly healing. In these letters, we can pour out our hearts, recount our experiences, and articulate our emotions. The key is to do so with loving language. We can write, "I felt hurt when that happened, and it made me question my worth," instead of expressing blame or resentment. This loving language not only helps us articulate our feelings, but also serves as a release mechanism, allowing us to unburden ourselves from the emotional weight we have been carrying. Furthermore, it's essential to let go of the notion that our past defines our future. Many people feel trapped by their past mistakes or experiences, believing that they cannot change or move forward because of what has already happened. However, by using loving words, we can shift this mindset. We can affirm, "I am not my past, I am a work in progress, and I have the power to create a new future." This affirmation helps us release the hold that past experiences have over us. It reminds us that we are capable of change, growth, and transformation, and that our past does not dictate our worth or our potential. Forgiveness is another critical aspect of releasing the past, and it is deeply connected to the use of loving words. Forgiveness does not mean condoning or forgetting what has happened. Rather, it is about freeing ourselves from the grip of resentment and anger. When we hold on to these negative emotions, we only continue to suffer. By speaking words of forgiveness, whether directed towards ourselves or others, we take a significant step towards liberation. We can say, "I forgive myself for the mistakes I made, and I release the pain associated with them." This act of forgiveness, expressed through loving words, creates space for healing and growth. It's also important to understand that releasing the past is not a one-time event, it is an ongoing process. There may be moments when old wounds resurface or when we find ourselves revisiting old stories. During these times, it's vital to continue speaking to ourselves with love and compassion. We can remind ourselves, "It's okay to feel this way, I am healing." By allowing ourselves to process our emotions as they come up and responding with kindness, we reinforce the practice of releasing the past. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences can further enhance our ability to release the past. Engaging in supportive communities, whether in person or online, allows us to share our experiences and hear others' stories. These interactions can help us realize that we are not alone in our struggles. In these spaces, we can practice using loving words, both in how we speak to ourselves and how we speak to others. This exchange of kindness and compassion can amplify our healing journeys and reinforce our commitment to letting go of the past. Finally, let's remember that the words we speak are not only directed inward but also outward. The language we use with others can significantly impact our own healing process. When we engage in conversations with loving and compassionate words, we foster a sense of connection and support. This connection can help us feel less isolated in our experiences and remind us that we are all on a journey of healing and transformation. In conclusion, releasing the past with loving words is a transformative practice that allows us to let go of the burdens that weigh us down. By acknowledging our experiences, expressing our feelings with compassion, and affirming our worthiness, we create a path toward healing and growth. Loving words serve as the foundation for self-acceptance and forgiveness, empowering us to redefine our narratives and embrace the present moment fully. As we cultivate this practice, we not only free ourselves from the shackles of the past, but also open our hearts to the limitless possibilities that lie ahead. Remember, what we speak is powerful, and when we choose words of love, we invite healing into our lives. The power of words is often underestimated, yet they are fundamental in shaping not only our present, but also our future. Every word we utter carries a vibration that resonates with our subconscious mind and the universe around us. The language we use reflects our thoughts, beliefs, and intentions, influencing our actions and the outcomes we experience. By consciously choosing our words, we can transform our mindset, redefine our reality, and ultimately shape the future we desire. To understand how words shape our future, we must first recognize the relationship between language and thought. Our thoughts are the foundation of our reality. They determine how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. When we speak, we express these thoughts, giving them power and form. This is where the phrase, "what you speak, you create," comes into play. The words we choose to articulate our thoughts can either limit or empower us. For instance, saying, "I am not good enough" reinforces a belief in our inadequacy, while stating, "I am capable and deserving of success" opens the door to new possibilities. By shifting our language, we can shift our mindset, leading to different actions and outcomes. One key aspect of how words shape our future is through the concept of self-affirmation. Affirmations are positive statements that reflect our desired reality. When we repeat affirmations regularly, they help reprogram our subconscious mind. This reprogramming is essential because the subconscious mind influences our behavior, decisions, and emotional responses. For example, if we consistently affirm, "I am attracting abundance into my life," we begin to align our thoughts and actions with that belief. As a result, we become more open to recognizing opportunities and taking steps toward financial success. Over time, this shift in mindset can lead to tangible changes in our circumstances, reinforcing the idea that our words truly shape our future. Moreover, the words we speak to ourselves in our internal dialogue play a crucial role in shaping our future. Many people are unaware of how harshly they speak to themselves. Negative self-talk can create a cycle of self-doubt and limitation. If we tell ourselves, "I'll never achieve my goals," or "I am always failing," we reinforce those beliefs, limiting our potential. Conversely, adopting a more compassionate inner dialogue can profoundly influence our trajectory. When we replace self-criticism with encouragement and positivity by saying, "I am learning and growing," or "I have the strength to overcome challenges," we empower ourselves to take risks and pursue our dreams. This shift in self-perception can lead to a more fulfilling future. Additionally, the language we use when communicating with others has a significant impact on our relationships and the environment we create around us. Words have the power to build bridges or create barriers. When we choose to speak with kindness, empathy, and understanding, we foster positive connections with others. This not only enhances our personal relationships, but also contributes to a supportive community that encourages growth and collaboration. Conversely, using harsh or critical language can lead to misunderstandings, conflict, and a toxic atmosphere. The quality of our relationships can significantly shape our future experiences, both personally and professionally. By consciously choosing our words in our interactions with others, we create a network of support that can uplift and inspire us on our journeys. Another critical aspect of how words shape our future is through goal setting and intention setting. When we articulate our goals and intentions with clarity and purpose, we create a roadmap for our future. Expressing our desires in specific and positive language allows us to visualize our aspirations clearly. For instance, saying, "I intend to achieve my goal of starting a successful business" is more powerful than simply saying, "I want to do something better with my life." The former statement is assertive and clear, providing a sense of direction. By stating our intentions and goals, we signal to ourselves and the universe what we want to attract into our lives. This act of verbalizing our aspirations not only helps us stay focused, but also encourages us to take actionable steps toward realizing those dreams. Furthermore, the influence of words extends to our emotional and mental well-being. The language we use when discussing our experiences can shape how we process and cope with challenges. For example, framing a difficult situation as a learning experience rather than a failure allows us to cultivate resilience and growth. By focusing on the lessons learned, we empower ourselves to move forward with a positive mindset. The way we speak about our challenges not only impacts our emotional response, but also affects how we approach similar situations in the future. Choosing empowering language in the face of adversity can shape our ability to overcome obstacles and create a brighter future. In the context of personal development, words can serve as affirmations of our values and beliefs. By expressing our core values and beliefs through spoken words, we reinforce our commitment to living authentically. For instance, saying, "I value integrity and kindness" serves as a reminder of the principles we want to uphold in our lives. This vocalization strengthens our resolve to act in alignment with these values, shaping the future we desire. Living in accordance with our beliefs not only enhances our sense of fulfillment, but also influences how others perceive us, opening up new opportunities that align with our authentic selves. The collective language we use in society also plays a crucial role in shaping our future as a community. The words we choose in public discourse can either perpetuate negativity or promote understanding and empathy. Engaging in conversations that uplift and inspire rather than tear down creates a culture of positivity and progress. When we advocate for change and use language that encourages inclusivity and compassion, we contribute to a collective future that is more equitable and harmonious. Our words have the potential to spark movements, inspire action, and foster connections that can lead to meaningful change. In conclusion, the words we choose have a profound impact on shaping our future. From the way we speak to ourselves to how we communicate with others, our language influences our beliefs, relationships, and opportunities. By consciously selecting our words and using them as tools for empowerment, we can transform our mindset and redefine our reality. Affirmations, positive self-talk, goal setting, and compassionate communication all contribute to the creation of a future that aligns with our true desires. As we become more aware of the power of our words, we unlock the ability to craft a future filled with possibility, growth, and fulfillment. Remember, every word is a seed, and the future we cultivate depends on the language we choose today. So let us speak with intention and love, shaping a brighter tomorrow for ourselves and those around us.